A nearly unbelievable finish tonight in Charlotte as De'Aaron Fox's attempt at a game-winning three-pointer just comes a tenth of a second after the buzzer, and the Spurs, despite being down by as many as 19 in the second half, fall to the Charlotte Hornets 117-116. We continue Spurs Live. Dan Weiss back inside our Spurs Live studio. In the loss tonight, Steph Castle, a career-high 33 points as he sets the Spurs rookie record for points off the bench. As we go back and take a look at how this game wound down tonight, the Spurs trailed for basically the entirety of this game. They led 2-0, and then De'Aaron Fox gave them their first lead since then as he knocks down the jumper, and it looks like the Spurs are in business here as they're up 116-114, and then Miles Bridges, who was 8 for 44 in his last 6 games from beyond the arc, knocks down the corner three to give the Hornets the lead 117-116. And here's the last shot by Fox, just a tenth of a second after the shot clock expires. But man, even though it doesn't count, it's an amazing shot by De'Aaron Fox. And boy, you got a guy who seizes the spotlight, wants the ball in the moment. And, you know, we've showed you all the clutch numbers on De'Aaron Fox here since he's joined the Spurs. And even though it doesn't count, that shot right there proves it at the end of the game here tonight. Unfortunately, comes in defeat. Let's send it back out to the two gentlemen who called tonight's game, Jacob Toby and Sean Elliott. And, I mean, guys, the Spurs tempted a lot of fate. They led in this game for only 25 seconds and nearly came away with the win.
It just hurts. I think that's the way you come away with that, thinking that there's so much potential, but that one hurts.
It really stings. And the problem was we gave the Hornets a puncher's chance here, and there was Miles Bridges there to throw the knockout blow late in the ball game, and it's because you got to be ready again from the very start. You can't dig yourself in a big hole on the road and expect to come back, but our guys battled. They made it into a ball game, and when I looked at that last play, I got a chance to look at it again. You know, when you see LaMelo Ball penetrating, it works against your instincts as a defender. You want to suck in there and help. But we had two guys that sucked in there. He actually had two offensive players on the perimeter that were wide open. At that point, you've got to talk that out, and you have to know when you head out on the court that you're going to stay at home. Stay at home with your man. If LaMelo Ball beats somebody off the dribble and he gets to the basket, well, then the very worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to go to overtime. But you simply cannot give up a three ball. So that play there kind of works against your natural instincts. Our guys are going to learn from this situation, and next time you have a situation like that, you're going to stay at home with the shooters, not allow a wide-open three.
Maybe this game will be remembered as the almost De'Aaron Fox buzzer beater, but I'm going to choose to remember it because of Steph Castle in his career night. 33 points, the most off the bench by a Spurs rookie ever. And he's just blossoming right in front of us, isn't he?
To me, he's the clear rookie of the year. I really don't think that there's an argument. What he's doing on the offensive end, what he does on the defensive end of the floor, he's gaining more and more confidence. His teammates have a lot of trust in him. He's still going to make rookie mistakes, and that's part of it. And you expect that, but he's doing it all right now. He's using his strength, his power, vicious dunks. He got to the free throw line. He's making really good decisions with the basketball and really good decisions on the offensive end, when to penetrate, when to shoot it. He's just getting so much better. It's actually a little scary.
Mitch Johnson has said that, too. He's going to crash the car at times, but they're still going to let this kid drive it, right?
No, I mean, there's no question. You can see they have a lot of trust in him. He's on the floor late in the ball game. He's taking big shots. His teammates trust him. That's quite an accomplishment this early on in your career.
Both Fox and Steph Castle had 12 paint points each. You can just see it. I was watching them walk off the court together, hand around each other.
Right.
It was just a cool moment because that's the backcourt of the future for this team.
It's nice to see De'Aaron Fox already assuming a little bit of a leadership role and mentoring role with Steph Castle. Obviously, he was talking to him maybe about that last play where Miles Bridges gets that shot, that wide open shot in the corner. But that's really not what loses the game. What loses the game are the way we played early on, allowing the Hornets to gain some confidence, and then they have a chance at the end to strike a blow, and Miles Bridges stepped up and hit a big shot.
All right, so the Spurs lose the first night of the back-to-back here in Charlotte. It's tomorrow against Paolo Banchero and the Magic. We'll see what happens tomorrow night from Orlando. Dan, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Sean knows. I mean, it's hard to fight the basketball gods and come away with a win. The Spurs nearly pulled it off here tonight. The De'Aaron Fox buzzer beater missing by just a 1/10 of a second. We'll see you guys tomorrow night in Orlando as the Spurs will play the second night of the back-to-back despite losing here tonight 117-116. A lot of good things in the second half, including from Devin Vassell. He had 12 of his 15 points coming in the second half in this one, including this thunderous jam. More Spurs Live when we continue after this. Heartbreaker in Charlotte tonight as the Spurs fall 117-116. Now 1-2 in the first 3 games of the rodeo road trip despite a career-high 33 points from Steph Castle. We continue here, Spurs Live. Dan Weiss back inside our Spurs Live studios. Let's take a look at the final numbers on this one here tonight. We told you at the half that the Hornets, the worst shooting team in the NBA, 27th in three-point shooting. You kind of hope that they would regress back to the mean, but it never really happened overall. Hornets end up shooting still 47% and 44% beyond the arc. Spurs, though, were able to pick it up, and that's why they were able to, reverse that 19-point deficit into the second half as they end up shooting 46% in the game. And look at that. They got to the foul line 24 times in this one. They were plus 14 from the foul line. The Hornets really burned them on the second chance points, 27-9. And the Spurs ended up forcing 11 turnovers, turned those into 21 points off of turnovers in this one. But again, it came down to 2 shots at the end. One that went in for Miles Bridges and one that just, even though went in, was after the buzzer from De'Aaron Fox as the Spurs fall in this one, 117-116. We'll take a break. We'll hear from Mitch Johnson on the other side and look ahead to the Orlando Magic as we wrap up Spurs Live here on FanDuel Sports Network. Spurs Live, Dan Weiss back inside our Spurs Live studios as the Spurs fall in this one, 117-116 to the Charlotte Hornets. And so now, second game of the back-to-back tomorrow night as the Spurs will head to the Sunshine State once again to meet the Orlando Magic. First look at the Magic this season. A surprise team last year, winning 47 games and winners of the Southeast Division. It's been a little bit of a tougher go for Jamal Mosley's team this year as they're 25-28, currently sitting 8th overall in the Eastern Conference. It's their get-back game. They're just returning from a 6-game West Coast road trip in which they went 2-4. They lost their last game in Denver the other night. So they've been sitting for a couple of days and now awaiting the Spurs, who will come to meet them at the Kia Center tomorrow night. We'll have that one for you right back here on FanDuel Sports Network. We'll get you started with Spurs Live beginning at 5:30 and tip time at 6 o'clock. And Spurs will be looking to earn the split here on this back-to-back after the tough loss here tonight. But what a performance by the rookie Steph Castle. 33 points is the most points by a rookie off the bench in Spurs history. De'Aaron Fox, clutch, even though it didn't count at the end. Spurs fall 117-116 now. For Jacob Toby, Sean Elliott, our entire crew, I'm Dan Weiss saying so long. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from Orlando. Have a great night, everybody.